welcome back to my channel and happy 2025. I hope you all had a fabulous New Year's. This is the first weekend of 2025 and I thought what better way to spend it than doing a nice fun weekend vlog. It's gonna be pretty low-key if I'm being honest. For January, I've decided to do a no spend month. So basically what I'm defining it as is basically I can spend money on like groceries, bills, rent, etc., like the essentials, but anything like frivolous or extra, I'm trying to hold off on spending. So like thinking like going out to eat, or going out for coffee or anything like that, or tea. Fun fact, I haven't actually been drinking coffee for the past few months. I've only been drinking tea. So I'm more of a tea drinker now, so like matchas and stuff like that. But regardless, making all of it at home so that way I can spend money because I did buy a car at the end of last year. So we have money that we need to save basically. So because of that, I'm thinking this is just gonna be like a low-key weekend. I do need to go grocery shopping to prep for a like winter freeze that's about to happen in Dallas. So I wanna make sure I have stuff on hand in my apartment for that. But I wanna do some reading. I wanna do some quality reading this weekend. I actually just finished a book. Let me go get it, hold on. Okay, I am back with the book. So I actually just finished reading my first book of this year and it's Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. You guys need to read this book. I feel like no one is talking about this book really. I know Katie is reading, has mentioned it, and I think Books and Lala has also reviewed this book and loved it. This book is fun, whimsical. It's giving Ella Enchanted meets Bridgerton. I loved the writing of this. It's so fun. The tension in it also is perfect. And it's also just the right amount of length. It wasn't too long and it wasn't too short. There's actually at the end of my book, there's like a little novella as well, so it actually isn't too long, and it was just great. I did highlight two moments in this book that I just absolutely like was giggling and kicking my feet, like blushing. So yeah, if you are looking for kind of a Regency book set in the fairy magical realism world, definitely pick this up. I absolutely adored it and I'm so happy that this is what I started my year with because it ended up being so fun. So very, very pleased with this book and highly recommend for all of you guys to check it out. And I think for the next book, because I'm trying not to start Throne of Glass just yet because I'm waiting for Onyx Storm to happen because I feel like I'm going to be in such like a reading slump potentially after reading Onyx Storm that I might want to pick up Throne of Glass afterwards to help kind of ease that need of like, I need something to sink my teeth into kind of thing. So I'm waiting to start Throne of Glass kind of in February, I guess. But in the meantime, I thought now would also be the perfect time to start One Dark Window. It's so moody in Dallas right now, like very gloomy, chilly, like cozy vibes. And I just think that's the perfect time to pick up this book. It just very much looks like a nice, cozy fantasy book to get into, and it's a duology. So I feel like reading this and the sequel will help tide me over until maybe Onyx Storm. We'll see, we'll see. I'm also in the middle of listening to the audiobook of Little Women, and it's the one where Laura Dern narrates, and there's also an ensemble cast that narrates it. Loving it. I'm just taking my time reading it. I'm not trying to rush it. So I'm like halfway through right now, thoroughly enjoying it. I'm listening to it when I'm in the car or going for a walk or things like that. So really, really enjoying it, but I'm also very excited to start this one physically. And yeah, so basically what I'm going to be doing this weekend is running a few errands, making sure I'm stocked up for a winter storm, and reading. I feel like at the start of every year, I'm so like energized and ready to like find some new books that I love. Just wanted to kick off the vlog and hope that you guys had a fantastic New Year's and just holidays, and I hope you're all feeling energized. And if not, that's also okay. It's okay to still be taking your time into the new year. If you're resting this week, I totally get it as well. So anyways, also you guys know what I need to do. Sorry, I feel like I'm just rambling in this clip, but I really need to clean my bathroom. That is still one thing on my like 2025 prep list that I just didn't hit. And I think it's because I hate cleaning my bathroom, but I like really should do that this weekend. So that's probably gonna be a priority for tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna happen today. guys, it's the next day. It's Sunday and I've been having a really slow morning. I just made some hot tea. Also, look how cute this mug is. My aunt got it for me and it's so festive. I figured this is probably one of the last times in a while I could use this mug for the seasonal moment, but anyways, it's a really nice mug. So I'm drinking my hot tea. I just ate breakfast and I'm thinking I'm gonna do a little bit of reading this morning because transparently, I did not do much reading yesterday. I only read a chapter and I think it's because I just had a lot of running around to do. I think I mentioned it earlier that we're getting a winter's freeze happening in Dallas, and we are in the South and we just don't know how to prepare for those types of events. So I did have to like stock up on some like food that I could have, and then I also had to get batteries for my flashlights in case I lose power. Anyways, so I've been prepping all day yesterday for that, and then I kind of just milled around in my apartment, watched some YouTube. So I didn't do much reading, so I'm really wanting to do some reading this morning. I read chapter 1 and I'm intrigued. I want to know what the tea is with these cards and the magic, so very eager to get into this. Also, I was watching YouTube and I saw that Emmy, I forget what her channel name is, but you guys know her. She read Half a Soul as well, and she gave it 3 stars, but she enjoyed it. And I love that more people are reading that book, so I'm gonna keep recommending it, guys. It was a pleasant read. Hi guys, I swear I have like moved around in my apartment, but I'm just coming in to give an update because I'm now like chapter 10, right? Am I on chapter 10? Yes, I'm on chapter 10, page 101, and I'm eating this book up. Like I actually am having to tell myself to like, okay, let's take a break, let's go eat lunch, like let's go do something. So that way we can savor this book, because I do fear this is a book that I could just sit down in a day and read it all. Like that's how addicting I think Rachel's writing is. It's so different. I haven't read a book like this, and I feel like when I see people talk about this book, they all agree that this is a very unique world. The cards that are talked about in here and the powers that they hold, and just in general the magic system, I think is very unique, and I'm loving it. And I think all the characters are very intriguing right now. Obviously I'm only like 100 pages in, so I don't fully know who we're gonna be able to trust and everything like that, but it's a very kind of dark, I don't want to say dark academia because it's definitely not set in school, but it's very dark and earthy. It kind of reminds me similarly of A Cruel Prince. I felt like those books were different in like the world building and just how they were described and the demeanor of everyone. Kind of similar here. Like it's just very dark and ominous. Kind of fits the cover, if I'm being honest. Like this is very much the vibes that we're getting. So really loving it so far. Very happy that I decided to finally pick this book up. But I also wanted to pop in and say I have a small project that I think I want to do. So on my bookshelf over here, oh my gosh, can I point over here? This second shelf actually is a shelf that I think I want to revamp. There's just some books in there that I think I want to swap, because I have this book kind of case near my TV stand. It's like a light fixture and it has shelves in it, and I wanted to swap the books, I think, because a lot of my nice hardbacks are over here and I just think they would look better on the shelf. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show you guys and like give you an update of the before and after. But after that, I'm gonna eat lunch, and then I'm probably gonna do some more reading because I just like want to dive back into this world so much. So that's how I love spending my Sunday, if I'm being honest. Okay, so here are the books on this like little light fixture shelf that I have that I got from Target. Anyways, I want to move these books over here back onto the shelf right here. This is basically like my fantasy shelf, so I'm gonna keep my special edition of A Cruel Prince, and I think keep the Cruel Prince here, but then shift all of these books onto that shelf over there. I'm gonna leave Fourth Wing, Assassin's Blade, and then my special edition of Divine Rivals up there, obviously. Like, look how beautiful they are. But I just want to revamp this shelf because I feel like I just want these beautiful hardbacks to sit here. So that's my goal. And then obviously I do have some fantasy books down here. There's just like this spillage over, so I figured they would just go down here, and they kind of fit nicely with the colorfulness of my romance books. But anyways, that is I think my plan for right now. do a reading check-in before I called it a night. I'm currently 50-60% into A One Dark Window, and I'm absolutely eating it up. I haven't had a book consume me like this in a minute, where all I want to do is read it. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to scroll social media. That is how consumed I am by this story. I love the dynamic between Elsbeth and Raven, our main female and male characters in this story, and just their dynamics. The tension between them is also fascinating. I'm also so curious about just the overall underlying mystery around, like, who is this creature that is in Elsbeth's head, and uncovering more and more as we progress throughout the story. So it's basically like we're unlocking some lore, so I love that. And then also just the card system and the magics, very interesting in how coveted they are and how everyone wants to fight each other for them. I don't know, I just love this world. It's very dark, it's very earthy, and it's just so different than I feel like what's out there right now. So I know I'm late to the game, and I know a lot of people love this duology, so I am very into it. We kind of just got into a big little plot twist. I kind of saw it coming. I kind of suspected it about Elsbeth and what she just discovered. So about her and like her power and magic, I guess. I'm on page 253, so a good chunk of the way through, and I'm probably gonna read for another hour or so. So we'll probably get further into the book. I'll make sure to wrap up this vlog with my thoughts on it. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So yeah, and then I just got ready for bed. It's so cold right now in Dallas. I had to break out my nice winter jammy jams, and the wind is crazy. So hopefully it doesn't ruin my sleep tonight, because that would be a no fun. But I'm very excited for book 2. I definitely have to go pick it up. I have a Barnes & Noble gift card, so I realized that I wanted book 2. I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna buy it? I have the gift card, so it technically doesn't count. So I love that for me. Yeah, I'm just very, very happy. This might be a 5-star depending on how this ends. I'm really excited for the next book, but I feel like I've also seen people say, I think book 2 follows a different character, or it's not the same people. I could be totally wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I'm curious on how this is gonna end. I really don't know how this will end and how it will set up for book 2. Also, if we have to follow the cousin, I don't know how I feel about that, because she seems awful and annoying right now. Like, she seems like she's gone a little, I don't know, different, but she knows what's up. Like, she clearly knows something's going on, but I don't know, something about the cousin rubs me a wrong way right now, but maybe I'm misunderstanding her, who knows. But yeah, thoroughly enjoying it. The pacing's spectacular. They just went on a little like chase scene to steal something, and that was always fun. We love when you have a little heist moment, so that was fun. And we also learned more just about some of our side characters, on why they are, or why they behave the way they behave, so kind of a found family moment. So it just has like kind of all the things we love in a good fantasy. It's in here. Besties, I'm here to wrap up this vlog and share my overall final thoughts on One Dark Window. I adored this book. This was exactly what I needed, and I'm so happy I saved it for right now to read, because the moody atmosphere in Dallas just matched perfectly with the moody atmosphere in One Dark Window. I haven't read a fantasy like this in a hot minute, if at all. The magic system in here is very unique. There's a deck of cards that hold magic and very specific powers for each. And there's also this underlying mystery around our main character Elsbeth and what is going on with her. There's people who are infected with magic and the fever, and they slowly degenerate, so you also find out about that as well, and how that works from person to person. Just fantastic. I loved this. I will say, if you're looking for this to be a romance fantasy, romance was definitely like subplot. If that, our main plot is uncovering more mystery. So we're trying to figure out why Elsbeth is behaving the way she is, uncovering truths about the magical cards, and just the overall lore of this town, because there is basically some lost history here, and it's just stories told by word of mouth, or this one book that they all keep referencing. So either way, absolutely adored this book. I'm going to give it a 4.25 star rating. I think there was a smidge more romance in this book, and it would have fully sold me. I'm just a romance girl at heart, so like, I wish there was a smidge more, but I'm so happy I finally read it. And I did pick up book 2, Two Twisted Crowns, so you'll probably catch me reading that in another reading vlog. But you guys, if you have been on the fence about reading this book, definitely pick it up. I think the writing was so unique, and it did take a minute to get into it, but once I was in it, man, I was in it. I could not put this book down. I truly almost finished it in one day. So I think that goes to show how much I enjoyed this book, and this might end up in my favorites of the year. So that's pretty exciting to have a book I love this much in the beginning of the year. So 2025 is already off to a great start, but that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have read One Dark Window or Half a Soul, let me know your thoughts on the books down below in the comments, especially Half a Soul. You guys really should pick that up if you're looking for a whimsical, fun, silly book. And it's short, guys. So if you're looking to like beef up your reading numbers, definitely add that to your TBR. But with all that said, that's gonna be it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.